Welcome to Sociology Vibes, where we simplify challenging ideas into easy to understand insights. Today, our focus is on the explanation of status consistency, status inconsistency, and class traits. Sociologists use the term status consistency when a person's social position is even across different aspects of social life, including income, education, and occupation. For example, a doctor has high education through their medical degree, which leads to a respected job as a physician and a high income. And this is status consistency because all three of these match. A janitor may have low education, a low prestige job, and low income, which is also status consistency because these levels, again, education, income, occupation, are similar. People who share similar types and levels of income, occupations, and education tend to have similar levels of power, prestige, or respect, and wealth. And this is status consistency. Status consistency is often seen within each of the social class categories. For example, people who identify as belonging to the upper class have similar levels of education, they share similar types of occupations, which lead to similar levels of income. They also have similar levels of power or authority in society, respect, and wealth. And the combination of these leads to similar types of lifestyles, including values and behaviors. Groups of people in the middle class also have similar levels of education. They share similar types of occupations that lead to similar levels of income. And they have similar levels of power or authority in society, respect, and wealth. So this combination leads to similar types of lifestyles, including values and behaviors. And these same trends occur among groups of people with lower class status. Now, on the other hand, status inconsistency happens when a person has high status in one area, but low status in another. And this can create a kind of a social discrepancy where people don't quite fit into one social class or the other. And this concept of status inconsistency was developed by Gerhard Lenski, a sociologist who studied how power and privilege are distributed in society. He noticed that people don't always fit neatly into these single social class categories, and sometimes their education or their job or their income doesn't match up in those expected ways. And this can lead to people not quite feeling like they belong to the social groups in which they might be interacting with or the neighborhoods that they live in. However, in a class social stratification system, in which social mobility is more common when compared to a closed social stratification system, status inconsistency is much more socially acceptable. Now, examples of status inconsistency include a highly educated professor with a PhD who earns a modest salary compared to other professionals with the same level of education. They both have high education and prestige, but they don't share the same income. Some actors or musicians make millions, but aren't always respected in elite social circles. They have wealth, they have respect, but low educational status, which can make their status feel inconsistent. Now, of course, this is not the case for everyone, but sometimes this does occur. Documentaries have been made about people who won fortunes playing the lottery. And these documentaries reveal that, counterintuitive to what we would expect, lottery winners don't often live happily ever after. Some of them have lost their fortunes, while others have even faced unexpected early deaths. And still others don't live a stress-free life like we would expect. They might have gained multi-millionaire status, yet they don't feel like they belong to their new higher social class, or even the social class that they identify with. Now, class traits, sometimes called class markers, are behaviors, habits, lifestyles, and tastes that define each social class. In the United States, people are encouraged to show off their social standing through conspicuous consumption by purchasing certain products as status symbols. Conspicuous consumption is a concept coined by sociologist Thorstein Veblen, and it involves behaviors in which people purchase and display luxury items or services to communicate wealth, status, and social prestige. Examples of working class traits include practical spending, strong community ties, and a preference for straightforward communication. Middle class traits include a focus on education, networking, and personal achievement. And upper class traits include high-end fashion, exclusive memberships, influence in politics and business. And these are some examples that illustrate that these class traits aren't always about money. They're also about culture, social expectations, and lifestyle choices that come with different social positions. And understanding these concepts helps us to see that social class definitions and the values and behaviors attached to them are not always financially important or even relevant. And education and occupational prestige, power, and authority also play significant roles. So this helps us make sense of why some people don't fit the neatly thought about social classes, and it can help navigate the way you navigate your work, your social environments or settings, and the relationships that you have with much more awareness. And this makes sociology fascinating, don't you think? Thank you for watching. Be sure to comment below with your thoughts, questions, or any topics you'd like us to explore next. Let's keep the conversation going and our community growing. See you in the next Sociology Vibes video.